It is crazy at the Goodwill Outlet.
Alexis Sunshine 83, it's always sunny here.
Hey Sunshiners, AlexaSunshine83 here. Hello, happy sunny day. What is up? Today's video, we are at the Goodwill Outlet. The last time I went was an experience. I learned a lot. Now we are still in a pandemic, and if you feel uncomfortable going out even to a normal thrift store, I do not recommend going to a Goodwill Outlet. The last time I went, it was a lot. There wasn't too much social distancing. Everyone was wearing a mask and like gloves and stuff. But if you guys don't know what a Goodwill Outlet is, basically it's this place where they just have bins and bins of clothes, so you just kind of rummage through them. I am at the Goodwill Outlet in Orange County, and they weigh by pound, so you can get a lot of clothes for a very inexpensive price. This time I did remember a hair clip so I can get my hair out of my face. I also brought a measuring tape, so we are feeling so much more prepared than last time. It's actually 8:09 and they don't open till 9 a.m. which, if you've seen the previous video, they are basically doing it where they only have a few amount of people that actually go in, and then you basically just have to wait until somebody finishes and leaves to be able to go in. There is already a line an hour before it opens. I'm going to try as much as possible to film, but the Goodwill Outlet, it's a little bit difficult to film, but I figured I would still make it a comfort with me because I think when I'm able to actually kind of film, it's just an interesting experience. Yeah, I don't have any plans for anything I'm looking for. I'm really just kind of open to whatever comes at me. Alright, so I was in there for a full hour, got my stuff here. Technically I've been here since 8 and now it's 10 o'clock because I waited in line for like a good hour, but definitely different than how it was last time. Like, not as strict. I'll talk a little bit more about it when I get back home, but I think I only spent like $6. It was really loud, and so when she said the price, I honestly didn't really hear her. I think I saw it on the actual like register thing, but $6 for 4 things is just crazy. It went surprisingly really well. I feel very satisfied with what I got. Now I'm gonna head home and then wash everything and then show you guys what I got. Alrighty, it has been a couple of days. I've sanitized everything. I've collected myself after not necessarily like a traumatic experience, but just an experience that I wasn't really prepared for. I'll talk a little bit more about my experience at the Goodwill Outlet at the end of the video. I kind of want to focus on the clothes first because you guys haven't really seen them. Now, altogether, I ended up spending $5.68. They actually charge $2.49 a pound, and mine came out to 2 pounds, so it was only that much. So the first thing I ended up getting were some pants, and even though I brought my measuring tape, it was so busy that I did not have time to like pick bottoms and then like measure them. There were just way too many people, so I just kind of hoped that they would fit. And originally I thought that they were going to be probably like a little bit too small, but they fit me perfect. They are a little bit loose, but not too loose to where then I feel like I couldn't wear them without a belt. I could wear them without a belt. Now they do say that they are in in a size 10. They're originally from, it says like the American Petite. I'm not too sure, but they are that structured kind of like tailored pant. This was just such a beautiful like wine red color that I was instantly in love, and I'm so much more in love with the fact that they do fit me. I do have some other red pants very similar to this that are like a brighter red. Those are very small, and so I was excited to find some that would fit me in a looser way that were more comfortable. Now this is basically like the same color. I didn't realize that. It is a slip dress originally from Victoria's Secrets. It is in a small, and I do have to say I accidentally just washed it incorrectly. I didn't realize it was 100% silk, and so now it's not necessarily that same like silk material. It still looks like it and it still kind of feels like it, but it looks more dull, but I will still wear it. Now I was a little bit scared that it was going to be like too small because it looks really tiny, but it fits really nice. It is a little bit short, so I have to wear like bike shorts or something. I really love this. There was a lot of like silky material things, not too many slip dresses, but really nice materials in the bins that I was like, oh my gosh, I could do so many really fun thrift flips with all these pieces. I decided not to, just because I want to take a break from my sewing machine, because that last thrift flip, as great as it was, I always need a break after I use my sewing machine. I wanted to just go for something that worked just picking up, and it's just so beautiful. Again, with fall, I see these with those black like lawn boots. I think that would be really beautiful. Maybe like a blazer. I don't know. I could just have so much fun with it. The only thing is it does have this little like kind of diamond style like button, and I'm not in love with that. I was trying to figure out how I could change it. I thought about doing a button, but I don't really want to, so I think I'm just gonna rock it and feel that glitz and glam feel. And another material very similar is this green kind of cami tank top. This one I was kind of on the edge about because it has not like little glitter, but it has little like stones, like rhinestones in it. The actual look of it is really interesting. I just didn't know if it was outside of my comfort zone, but I feel like stuff like this would be really good to just wear like casually. It's something different than just wearing a knitted tank top. And of course I love green. I don't really know what size it is. I definitely would say probably a small. This even over like a turtleneck would be really beautiful. The only thing is it is a little bit damaged. The threads are kind of coming out right there, and then also on this side, so I will just kind of have to sew that in place. It's just a really interesting piece and kind of gives me that like early 2000s vibe. Like, do you guys see that? And okay, I'm not even gonna apologize for this next item. I feel like all of you knew that my words were not true when I said I'm not gonna thrift any sweaters for fall. And I already broke that once, and now I have broken it twice. I have like bins of all my sweaters and sweatshirts that I knew I wasn't gonna need during summer, and I need to just open those up to remember all the like fall and winter wear that I have, so I stopped thrifting them. But this was just such a beautiful sweater. Look at how cute it is. Oh my gosh, it's so, kind of reminds me of a polar bear. I don't know. It did have a stain like right in the middle, and I ended up like just getting it, washing it, and then it was completely out, so it really wasn't that big of a deal. But it's not itchy. I really like this thick color. I think that's very nice. It is almost like a true, like, I would say vanilla bean white. It's not a French vanilla or just like a white, it's a vanilla bean white. I cannot wait until I can wear this. I am so excited. Overall, it was a good trip. I got some really awesome unique items, especially those pants. Like, what a score. My only like downside of the experience was they weren't like limiting the number of people that were going into the outlet. So this Goodwill outlet is outside. It is very small. When I went a couple of months ago, I did talk about how they were only letting a certain amount of people in. There was like a line that you had to wait in until somebody left. I ended up waiting like a good hour until somebody left so I could actually go into it. People still weren't necessarily social distancing, but there wasn't as many people, so you were able to at least distance yourself from people as much as possible. Whereas this time they were not limiting the amount of people. So when it opened, first off, everyone was running. I got shoved as I was just trying to get a cart, and there was no social distancing. And I think one of the biggest reasons is they didn't have as many bins out, which they did do last time. The thing is, when you are then not limiting the amount of people, the idea of not having as many bins out actually makes things worse, because there's more people and less bins, which means that there's just gonna be a crowd. The only reason why I'm kind of talking about my experience is because it was something that I wish I had known, and that's the whole reason why I have been going to thrift stores during this time. Not only to like look at the thrift clothes, but to also just share my experience and kind of be the guinea pig for you if you are curious what thrift stores are going to be like. And honestly, honestly, if I would have known that they stopped doing some of the things that they were doing at the Goodwill Outlet, I probably wouldn't have gone, like, just being completely honest. Although in Orange County, I know cases aren't as bad, I just still don't feel completely comfortable, and just with the amount of people crowding and being jam-packed, being like shoved and like trying to fight, and it was very reminiscent of what Goodwill outlets are, but I feel like almost worse. Like, it was probably the busiest it's ever been that I've gone to, even pre kind of quarantine and all of that. It's just a little crazy, and of course, you know, you do you. If you feel comfortable, that's totally fine. I personally do not. But yeah, that was my experience, and hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I went back and forth if I was even gonna upload it because I didn't want to seem like I was promoting like crowding and not having any social distancing. Luckily, everyone was wearing a mask. Definitely an interesting time of maneuvering life. If you guys do like thrifting and secondhand fashion, make sure to subscribe right down below and hit that little bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, alexasunshine83, to keep up to date with me during the week. I will see you guys on Sunday with a brand new Sunday video. Enjoy life, be happy, and I'll have a lot. Bye!